Let me read it again. Calibrated US towards reality rather than wishful thinking, like what we saw. How come? How did the former administration apply wishful thinking? What do you understand by wishful thinking? Please, the comment section is also open. How did they use wishful thinking? How did the last administration use wishful thinking? And today we've seen ourselves in this mess. Please, anybody is free.
Yeah, thank you very much, Titus. The way the last administration used wishful thinking is that they did not follow the happenings on the ground in all the places they made their policy, most especially in Nigeria. They were following the narrative of, what the Nigerian dollar can buy, the kind of information the Nigerian terrorist government dollars can buy. Just like recently we saw how they went to lobby the lobbies in Washington D.C. and the lobbies came out and say that and said that the reason why Donald Trump took the decision he took on the 25th of December 2025 is because of one Chinedu in Onitsha. You understand? So the previous administration were not following the real happenings, the real situation that is on ground. Either they were following what the dollar can buy in making their policies and carrying it out. So I think I answered you. So that's. But if you want me to explain the wishful thinking for people to really understand the reason why I came through this way, I can also go ahead. But if this is okay for you, no problem. I can use my mouth.
Please, whatever you want to do under that, you do it. I,
Yeah. So wishful thinking is the formation of beliefs and making decisions based on what is pleasing to image rather than on evidences, rationality, and then reality. So that is why I say the previous administration were following the information, the narrative that the Nigerian dollar were buying in Washington, D.C. through the lobbies that they are lobbying that are trying to change the narrative, not them following the reality on ground. That is why you saw when Donald Trump came into office, he need to send a congressional delegation down to Nigeria to go and get him first-hand information, not the papers that were flying around the corridors of Washington, D.C. in Capitol Hill. So that is the difference between this current administration and the previous administration, and that is why this wishful thinking came in this our topic today regarding the political insight that was had between our Prime Minister and Dr. Michael Rubin. So thank you very much, Kikos.
thank you so much for that explanation. I don't know why the comment section is not busy. If you want this space to be passive, it will not work today. Oh. Everybody should make good use of the comment. Don't tell me you're in a noisy place. The comment section is open. Drop your contribution. I will read it. I will definitely read it. Don't allow me and Toti to be talking alone. If you are busy, drop something there. Please. It's very important. Thank you, my brother. You are not far from the truth. And that is the best explanation anyone can give. Because you want something to be true when it is not true. And there is no evidence that supports what you are talking about. No evidence. These people were busy believing Nigeria was improving, not looking at the situation on ground. Oh, Nigeria is working. Okay, put it there. Put a tick that Nigeria is working. But this administration is doing otherwise. They claim Nigeria was peaceful, but evidence said no. Evidence said otherwise, that Nigeria was not peaceful. So they choose wishful thinking over reality. Thank you so much, Mazi Toti, for that explanation. I think we now understand why that man made use such words to describe the situation on ground and what happened why Nigeria was removed from the watch list. And he went on to say that, frankly, the fact on the ground tell the story much more important than any US administration. And so I would hope Democrats or Republicans, whoever follows President Trump, would also continue to recognize the real slaughter of Christians that is occurring in Biafra. Did you hear that? He did not even say Nigeria, he said in Biafra. While a lot of watchdogs reporters are not even making their reports to cover what is happening in Biafra land, Dr. Michael Rubin is telling the whole world that there is ongoing genocide in Biafra land. It is not only in the northwest, the northeast, or middle, but that in Biafra land, the terrorists are also killing Christians. Our Mazi Elias make the connection with the last interview they had with Ambassador Tibo. No, it was Ambassador Tibo himself that made the connection and extended it that these people have migrated and have extended their killings to Biafra land. And those areas, the Biafra land and the Middle Belt, are the targets. Those are the areas you have Christians. So this Michael Rubin has come out to say that, frankly, the fact on the ground, how did they get the fact on the ground? Because of the evidence of me and you that we have gathered, our government have gathered, and share with them. They are watching, they are reading every tweet that we are making. This is the more reason why you should devote yourself to creating posts every day, telling the world what is happening. I told you our documentation will become a weapon in Washington, D.C. So it's not something that the information minister will do alone. If he did not have the fact, he will not make reference to it because he said the fact. The fact, Mazi Toti, because what do you understand by the word the fact? When he saying the fact on the ground, tell the story. Hey,
The
Toti, are
fact,
you there? Hey,
the
sorry, I'm
fact,
disturbing you today.
yeah, the fact means the truth and then the reality on ground. So that's what the fact means. You know, you cannot play around it. It's just as straight as it should be. So that's what fact means.
And you, did you hear what is? Thank you so much. You now said, tells the story much more important than any US administration. Come on, Mazi Toti. Did you just hear that? He said, frankly, the fact on the ground, this place will take so many days. Oh, the fact on the ground tell the story much more important than any US administration. Did you hear that? Much more than any US administration. The blood is still speaking. The blood is still crying. That what you are even seeing or hearing this one giving report, telling it is much deeper than what we see on social media. The fact on the ground tell the story much more than you crossing your legs, sitting down in your office and drinking coffee and watching Nigerian fake news media reporting when 1,000 people have been slaughtered. The channels, television, and Rice TV, all those media handles have been bought by Tinubu. They'll tell you 2 persons were killed. Or they will tell you it is IPOB. They will say it is ESN and all that. Dr. Michael Rubin is telling that the facts on the ground tell the story much more important than what? Hey, did you hear what he's comparing to? That any US administration. My goodness me. It is so voluminous that we cannot keep quiet anymore. We have to do something. In either way, Biafra should be recognized because the fact is too much, too dense. And he said, so I would hope, Democrat or Republican, whoever follows President Trump, if you are following President Trump, tell him that the only solution is to recognize Biafra. That the killings is too much. They are carrying out cannibalism. They are raping animals, raping everything, raping newborn babies, slaughtering them, cutting them into pieces. So that they would also continue to recognize the real slaughter of Christians that is occurring in Biafra land, not Nigeria. Where did he get this information from? I'm asking those that say that Prime Minister go to Washington, D.C. to take photos. Is it the Ramboese that told him this? The answer is no. Is it the man Madabu? The answer is no. Is it the mad dog that's shouting the international beggar? The answer is no. He could only get this information when he got it. He verified from the Biafra Republic government in exile and our lobbyists. So that is what the man said, that it is occurring in Biafra land. So those of you sitting on the fence say, the killing is only happening in northwest or north south or middle. This is Beke in United States telling you that they are slaughtering your people in Biafra land, that everybody have to speak up. So it doesn't matter who is in the White House. That is what Michael Rubin is saying, that it doesn't matter who is in the White House. It doesn't matter if it is a Democrat or a Republican. What matters is the fact on the ground. That is what we are talking about. And that is what matters to him right now, the fact on the ground. And you can see that this is a common phrase that is being used in military formation, even diplomatic circle. Do you have the facts? They always ask, do you have the fact? We need evidence-based. We need the fact. Show us what is happening on ground. Show us what you are made up of. That is what Dr. Michael Rubin is saying. What is actually happening in a country itself? The dead bodies, they are there. The burned churches, they are there. The displaced families, at least rarely more witnessed more than 600,000 people in one IDP camp. That is one camp out of 20 camps that they have in that region. So he said all those are more important than any official statement from any government. If you don't believe on the fact on the ground, then you are not a government. That is what Dr. Michael Rubin is saying. And he selected his word, slaughter. Last time President Trump said, viciously killing Christians. These people are selecting the words that when you hear it, you will not be able to sleep. That is a very strong word. Killing in a brutal way. Killing in indiscriminate way. Slaughter. You see? And he went ahead and called what Nigeria truly is. A colonial empire. Hey, God of mercy. An artificial state, a failed state. So when you just think about those three descriptions, you put them together and you are like, colonial. Mazi Toti, help me if I make a mistake or any other person. Please help me because
Yes, I'm
what
here.
Eh, you see, what I understand by colonial, I did not go to school, so I'm just trying to see how we can make some connections here. Because what I understand by colonial, it means that one group uses power of a state to exploit another, and dominate another. And when you look at artificial means to me something that is lifeless, you know. When we put it in Nigerian context, artificial in the sense that the borders were drawn not by the people living there, but by outside powers for their own convenience. And in this case, who drew that? It is the British colonizers that drew that when they attended Berlin Conference, if I'm not mistaken. And what I understand by failed state, please, we have intelligent people here. If I'm wrong, please, help me. What I understand by this failed state, I'm just thinking, fail means a state that can no longer perform the basic function of a government, and when we look at the basic function, I'm thinking about protecting its citizens, I'm thinking about maintaining order, and I'm thinking about delivering a basic infrastructure. And I think all these three suit Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. Please, I need help. Is there any way you can expand it more? Because a failed country cannot control its territory anymore. If I'm mixing some words here, please help me. He cannot protect his citizens, and I think the same thing happened in Somalia. And when we think of this, we think of also Libya today. And you could see that Dr. Michael Rubin put all these together. And all these three description fit Nigeria completely. Yes, 100%. And then he made reference to decolonization as well. We all know what that means. So if if we compare that to what Ambassador Nagy said the same thing, even though in different words. And I think I jotted it down somewhere. Wait, give me a few minutes. Yeah, he said that there is, in fact, a horrendous problem with Christian violence in Nigeria. The Trump administration has taken it very seriously, unlike the previous Biden administration. The overwhelming number of victims in the areas where Christians are being targeted are Christians, and the perpetrators happen to be Muslim groups. So if you look at both men have the same conclusion. The Christian genocide in Nigeria is real. No matter how much they pay lobbying firm, it is real. And the Trump administration is responding to it rightly. That is how I understood those three descriptions that Dr. Michael Rubin used in describing the situation of Nigeria. I don't know if I got it right. I saw Onyenyere raising up his hand. Onyenyere, you have the mic. Are you there? Or Toti, did I get it right?
100, 100. You got it right and took us. Yeah, you really explained it in a layman's language where even the layman in the villages can be able to understand what those words means in the statement of Michael Rubin. So thank you very much, Dr. You did do it. It was well explained. Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Master Engineer, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Why did you say that your comment section is open? Then I said I write something on comment section. You did not see it. That simply means that your comment section is not open. Okay.
Master Engineer, the comment section is open. You know, sometimes when you are hosting, if you don't refresh, you will not see new messages. You know, sometimes she can be busy speaking. She will not refresh to see new messages. But I think that's what she's doing at Master Engineer. Sorry for that oversight. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I was speaking Onyenyere. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 minute. Let me read it. Sorry, I was speaking. I cannot be speaking and then going to the comment section. That is why I always wait when people, before any other person pick the mic, I will go through the comment section. So just give me 1 minute. Let me read your response. Thank you. And we have a comment from Biafra Freedom. He said, kudos to Briggy for opening the eyes of US officials. And they are seeing all the Nigerian government speech as wishful thinking. That is why when they went to Nigeria to investigate, all Briggy has been telling them, they choose to bypass this Nigerian government because of their wishful thinking. Thank you so much. And he also continued, colonial empire is a state or fiction country, wow, that were dominated by those individuals that colonized them. It is the colonial empire that supports any decision in line with their decisions. That is from Biafra Vision. And Onyenyere said, calibrated means something that has been careful, adjusted to be accurate. Thank you so much, Onyenyere, for your submission. Thank you. Who again? Our UK Deputy Rep said, indisputable. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, our citizen Ben. Thank you so much. Onyenyere, you have the mic.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Depending where you are joining, where you are streaming, where you are listening us from. Yeah, I just want to react a little based on what you are the speech from our own brother, our own Mazi Ruben. You know, if we actually, that man is the one person I can say that this man is a supporter of Biafra. He did not reserve any iota of his support. That man, his support is very, very massive. I must say kudos to him. I must tell him to continue supporting us, that we Biafrans, we don't forget those who who assist us when we are in pain. We don't forget those who help us when we are in trouble. So we remember you for what you have done for Biafran. So I just want to say that the interview was touch not. It was touch not. But one plead, I believe that our Prime Minister is listening to us. Please, I want to appeal to him. Whenever we are having a kind of this interview, if we have guests, he should please be giving our information chance a little time to ask questions, because our information minister have so many questions. He always he will want to ask. Please, this is my
Yeah,
observation.
hold on. We had a meeting on that
Well,
yesterday. You were not in. This is not what we have to say in this space. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't know. I just I'm just tipping it. I'm not saying it because there's anything wrong on that. Understand? So another thing I want to ask you, Thought, is this. Please, I would like you to bring all this coward that says that they hosted somebody that day. I would like you to bring that their useless interview. Let us
Oh, no,
analyze it.
no, please, we are not here for that. Thank you so much. That is why you would have attended the little household we had yesterday. Please, let's focus on the topic. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I yield my mic here. Since I yield my mic here.
Okay, thank you so much. Check your back channel. Minister Snow, welcome. Please check your inbox. It is very urgent. Welcome, Minister COS. Welcome. Please check your inbox now in X. Thank you so much. We are happy to have you. Defense is here. You have the mic. Go ahead. Welcome.
Yeah, there was. Can you hear me? Yeah, there was. I greet each and every one of us here. But first of all, before I proceed, may the souls of faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. That's the reason why I said that. Now, that's good. So, I'm I am so happy that the person or personalities like Mark Rubin happen to come to our platform in order to make some expansion concerning the levels, that we are in this contemporary liberation, especially our relationship with the Washington D.C., the government of the United States of America, and also the view of the government of the United States of America towards Nigeria, which he expatiated by letting the American government to understand that the so-called or so acclaimed Nigeria is only a colonial construct. Colonialism, just as we knew, or just as we know, is slavery, is synonymous to slavery, enslavement. Because when you gather slaves or animals, you insert them into what you call the colony. The word colony and amalgamation are synonymous, but you don't use it to human being. If not, you should have seen a situation whereby Western nations are called colony. Or assume that any Western nation was called colony by the time that they realized the meaning of or the etymology of colony. All of them revolted against it. I think the first to revolt against colony was the British Empire, then followed by America, United States of America, and many other people that understood the etymology of colony. So if Mark Rubin came out in our platform telling American government that, look, That so-called Nigeria is a fictitious country. In fact, it's a country under colony. And you know that this time around, colony is no longer in existence. Colony has been abolished by the same United States of America after the Second World War. I think precisely after the creation of the State of Israel, colonization was abolished. That's why they forced the likes of Britain and the likes of the state of the Republic of France to decolonize Africa. They call it process of decolonization. Although country like Nigeria didn't grab it. That's why they didn't fight. The people that were there on the seat, the elites, during that time, the Nigerian elites didn't fight for their own independence, but they were being led by British people, by the colonizers, by the slave masters into independence. That's why Nigeria is not workable. But countries like Burkina Faso, countries like Ghana, countries like the place, as Russia, all of them understood this and they fought against the colony. That is the reason why they are better than Nigeria. So, Macron very, very well to American government by telling them, making that mark that look, Nigeria is not a nation, but it is.
We are not hearing you. Your network is not. It's breaking. We are not hearing you. It's doing. It's not clear. Hey, we are not hearing you. Okay, now it's okay. It's okay now. It's okay now. Yeah.
Where didn't you hear me from? Where did you hear?
For the past 3 minutes. At least.
Okay, I was saying that Mark Rubin is very, very correct. He has helped our people by letting the government to Nigeria is so fictitious. Nigeria, because Nigeria is still under the influence of colony, which means the rule of slavery, which the American government fought against after the Second World War. So that the Americans should stop having the illusion that Nigeria is the rest of Africa. Or Nigerians have been the one that they have been hearing about performing, academic work in America. They say Nigeria is still under the influence of slavery, which is synonymous to colonization. And if I make that colony is a use animal or to insects, just like amalgamation, it's used in what to call science. So this was used for people that were being slaves. And two, there was a time they used that kind of word to the former colonized people. But by the time the former colonized people really understood that that word is not really for a people, then they voted against the creators of the word colony. And they opted for freedom. That is the reason why the states like, United States of America got its full freedom. And it is formed under 4 pillars: freedom, equality, brotherhood, and democracy. So those that understand that colony, the word colonization is wrong, always come under one umbrella that they liberate themselves. So Mark Rubin spoke very well, and at the same time, when our people listen to him very well, that what is pointing to us is that all of us should be under one umbrella and never to fight each other. No Biafran freedom fighter should speak against a fellow Biafran freedom fighter. But the enemy must be that zoo, that colonizer, that tramite of colonizer, that person that colonial masters use against our people to making sure that they subjugate ourselves, not we fighting against ourselves. So Mark Rubin was very, very correct in whatever he said, and more are going to be coming. So that was what I was trying to say. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming around to speak to Biafrans. We welcome each and every one of you that have joined. Onyenyere, I hope you've checked your inbox. And okay. So, Toti, are you there? Should we move to the second question?
Yes, go ahead, Chickens. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor. What are your thoughts on the interconnection between the Nigerian Christian persecution issue and how it ties in with Biafran aspiration?
Well, look, Biafra didn't simply form a few years ago. It's not simply the product of a diaspora community meeting in Finland. The fact of the matter is Biafra has always existed, and we can go back to the 18th century, if not before, and we find evidence of Biafra and recognition of Biafra on European maps and elsewhere. But certainly, Biafra showed its desire back in 1967, and unfortunately, for cynical reasons relating to the Cold War, for cynical reasons relating to Nigeria and its economy, we have a situation in which Nigeria was quite literally allowed to get away with murder, allowed to get away with genocide. One of the problems that we see when we fail to recognize genocide when it occurs, when we fail to delegitimize the ideology that leads to that genocide, is it ensures a repetition of that genocide. After World War II, the German Nazi Party was stigmatized, and the Germans were forced to come to account with what they did. The problem we have in Nigeria is that too many countries have given Nigeria an excuse not to recognize its own responsibility for the first genocide in Biafra. And because of that, the ideology has continued and it has amplified to the point where we now have the second genocide in Biafra. The moral compromise of people like the president of Finland is shameful. The moral compromise of Anthony Blinken when he was Secretary of State was shameful, especially because he used his own father-in-law's experience in the Holocaust as part of his claim to moral standing when he became Secretary of State. The fact of the matter is, there will not be peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free. And it is unfair for everyone in Biafra to have to suffer through a second Nigerian genocide, a second Biafra genocide at the hands of the Nigerian government, simply because diplomats want to be polite and want to make their oil deals and their other trade deals. The Christians of Nigeria should not be sacrificed so that some Europeans can make a quick contract.
Wow. Wow. Did you just hear that? This is someone speaking for you. This is a lesson in how history works, and every Biafran needs to understand it deeply. We will try our best to make justice or to do justice to it. Professor Veteran Dragon, they come to Medio African Rape Minister. Hey, they come to. Did you hear that? Dr. Reuben is pushing back against that common Nigerian propaganda claim that Biafra was invented in Finland, Biafra was invented by people in exile. He says the product of a diaspora community meeting in Finland. That is a direct reference to the 1999 founding of IPOB. And that is what Nigerian terrorists have been using against us every time, that Biafra was created in Finland. Biafra is not real. Biafra is that. Biafra is this. Go to the news headline now. Tinubu is still paying lobbyists to deny, to force the US to remove them from CPC watch list. They are doing everything possible because they know the heat is coming. But unfortunately, they have failed because they will never succeed. Everyone now is focusing on Nigeria. So Dr. Reuben is saying that this narrative is faulty. And he provides historical evidence on it that European maps from the 18th century shows a place called Biafra. I am very proud to be a Biafra. Irrespective of what they are doing to silence us, irrespective of the intimidation, the propaganda, the groups that they've hired here and there to silence us, I am proud to be a Biafra because Biafra existed before Nigeria. You know, after having his bachelor in biology, he went and studied history and had PhD in it. So he knows exactly what he's talking about. He knows exactly that Biafra was not created in Finland, according to Nigeria's propaganda. The European map from 18th century shows a place called Biafra. This is before this British artificial colonialism. Before Nigeria even existed, Biafra was recognized. You know, when you know the truth, you stand on it. No matter what someone tells you that white is black and black is white, you say, no, this one, I know it, I have seen it, I have experienced it. Just like Ambassador Tibo, who experienced Biafran war. Can you deceive him that there was no genocide those years? And even presently, the answer is no. Because he witnessed it. He documented it. So Dr. Reuben is telling you convincingly that Biafra existed before Nigeria. Biafra was recognized as a distinct geographical and cultural region for centuries before Nigeria. So why are we being killed in Nigeria? So Biafra is not new. Anybody projecting Biafra as a new nation does not know the difference between his left hand and her right hand. He does not know history. Biafra is not new. And this is very critical, that Biafra is not new. So when the Nigerian government and all its allies begin to call us, you know, we are invented group, we met at Finland, we were making noise. Michael Rubin, Dr. Rubin is coming to tell that those are all lies from the pit of hell. That we existed before Nigeria. We even existed before Finland. The oldest nation on earth, one of the oldest, aside from Ethiopia and the rest, is Biafra. And he explained it using the Germany lesson to let us also understand that after World War II, Germany was forced to confront what it did. The Nazi ideology was delegitimized. The Nazi leaders were tried at Nuremberg. Germany were made to face its crimes. And because of that forced reckoning, there has not been another German genocide. But Nigeria was never made to face what it did to Biafrans. From that 1967, they let them walk free. They were not held accountable. And that is why the genocide is repeating itself. No accountability, nothing. Upon the number of people, Biafrans, that were starved today, the ideology survived and it grew and it is strengthened. And now, over 55 years, we have the second genocide because of lack of accountability. They allowed Nigerians to walk free because of the resources in Biafra land. So our doctor is now saying the world did not help Biafra in 1967 till date. Not because the war was helpless, but because powerful countries made selfish choices. And today we are being slaughtered like chicken. You see what is happening in the world today? Because the war refused to hold Nigeria accountable for the first genocide. And the second genocide has been amplified. Thousands of people die in a week in Nigeria. And out of those thousands, there are Biafrans. The majority are Biafrans that are being killed. The second genocide is happening right now. And we have a way out. And the way out is for us to fund. As I said when I started the space, till now, next tomorrow, Saturday is our fundraising. I have not received a dime for space donation. So please, if you have your space donation, give me. Pay it and send your receipt. Go to our website. I don't know how a Westerner can be coming to talk to us about our freedom and we are still sitting on the fence. Our website is open 247. www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org. What again do you want? Do you want Jesus Christ to come back again and tell you have to fund your freedom? We have another platform there you can borrow us your money called IOU. Look at the massive resources that we have. Nigeria is a dead zone. Please give us IOU. If you give us 1,000 AJ, ma, you are going to get 2,000 AJ, ma. Your money is not lost. The greatest investment you can ever make on earth. No bank will give you such interest. We have GoFundMe. If you feel IOU is too much, okay, we have GoFundMe. Drop something. Our people are displaced there. They don't have where to put their heads. They don't have clean water to drink. They don't have food. They don't have clothes on them. We need to take care of them. Nobody is taking care of them for us. They are our brothers and sisters, our parents. We have to do it through our GoFundMe. We have a lot to do with money. So Nigerians get away with murder. That is what Dr. Rubin is telling you. They went away with murder. So it does not mean he's just using, like, let's say an idiom. Me, I did not study English, and where we are, we don't speak English. We speak Arabic. So to me, it does not really mean a literal murder of one person. It means doing something terrible without facing consequences. That's why the man is saying, get away with murder. Nigeria faced no real punishment for killing Biafrans 55 years ago, and they're still killing as I speak right now. So they got away with it. We now have the second genocide in Biafra. He was so specific in the location, the geographical region he's talking about. Biafra. Biafra. And the only way to end the second genocide is to do what we should have done after the first one. Hold Nigeria accountable. That's it. He also named the specific people he considers morally responsible for enabling the second genocide by refusing to act. The first person he mentioned was the terrorist Alex Top, because Dr. Rubin was so disappointed in the arrest of our former Prime Minister Simon Ekpa when he was addressing us in Lahti, Finland. He expected our former Prime Minister to be there in the hall with all of us. But unfortunately, Alexander Stubb arrested him and detained him until today. He's still there. Because of what? He's a transactional president. He's a very cheap president. Anything goes for him. Finland is a poor country. So Dr. Rubin has called his silence and his choice of commercial, he called it commercial contract over Christian lives. Because he thought that when he silenced our former Prime Minister, that Biafra is gone. that there will be no more self-determination movement, there will be no more seeking for freedom, nothing. Oh, the doors to Washington, D.C. will be shut. But he did not realize that it was not even our former prime minister that used to go to Washington, D.C., that the big elephant is still there. That without our current prime minister now, former prime minister don't have updates. He did not realize this. The people that informed him and set the trap for him to detain our former prime minister, they were not aware of who was the engine of Briggy. Today, everybody have seen the engine house of Briggy. His Excellency, our Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere. So Alexander Stubb did not realize this on time. And I really love how Dr. Rubin made emphasis using his name, exposing him to the whole world. Very, very shameful. He said shameful. What a shame. Upon all the sacrifice that Finland did during the Biafra war, supporting Biafra that time. Look at what Alexander Stubb of this 21st century old man is doing to Christian lives. And also, he has also at the same time commercial relationship with Nigeria. So he's directly accusing Finland president of ignoring Biafran suffering because of money. Because of money, nothing else. If Matawela can cross borders to go and bribe American lawmaker, imagine the amount of money Nigerian terrorist government gave to Alexander Stubb to ignore Biafran suffering. Imagine. And he made reference again to former US State Anthony Blinken and also call it shameful because he used his own family Holocaust experience to claim moral standing while removing Nigeria from the Religious Freedom Watch. And today, Tinubu is doing the same thing again. Go to Parallel Fact News. He has reported that they are still lobbying, pressing button for Nigeria to be removed from this watch list. This man removed Nigeria from religious persecution watch list. And Dr. Rubin says that this is especially shameful because this Blinken father-in-law was a Holocaust survivor. You see, black life does not matter. It doesn't matter. That is what it means. If his own father-in-law was a Holocaust survivor, why is he turning blind eyes? All about money. All about money. Using his family Holocaust story to present himself as a morally serious in what he's doing. But when faced with genocide in Nigeria, he looked the other way. Hey, black lives, they are free to die. What is my business? That is hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. And he named them. I so much love this Dr. Michael. He called them by their names. He did not garnish anything. And he called their approach shameful. What a shame. Because of money. Because these people choose to protect trade deals, pocket infrastructure. They prefer to protect diplomatic relationship instead of protecting Christian lives. But you know what? I don't blame them. Oh. I don't blame them because me and you, so that our lives would also matter. Not to sit on the fence. This is what Biafra Republic government in exile has been fighting against. The diplomatic politeness that let genocide continue because some European officials do not want to upset their contract with Abuja. One of such persons is Mike Anoff. A lot of business enterprises that he has in Nigeria, his NGOs are there. All of them. The other one that is an advisor on African and Middle East. That one have multiple citizenship. They don't want that protecting their businesses. These are the people that are fighting for one Nigeria. They don't care. They don't want to upset that contract they have with Abuja. Money must keep on flowing. European Union Commission, one of them. China, one of them. There are many that want Nigerian unity at the expense of the blood of Christians. Can you hear me? The Christians of Nigeria should not be sacrificed so that some European can make a quick contract. I'm going to tweet this very soon. And Ambassador Tibo said the same thing. Let me read what Ambassador Tibo said that relates to what Dr. Rubin is saying. He said, I have been following Nigeria very closely. It has broken my heart to see what such country with incredible potential has suffered because of bad governance. The people of Biafra do not get the share investment, and the after effects of the Biafra war still exist. The people of Biafra deserve much, much better than what they are getting today. Are we even getting anything? We are not getting anything. We are not getting penny. Nothing. So you could see from these two men, they have the same conclusion. The suffering of Biafra is real. Do something. Recognize Biafra. It is documented. And the world silence has made it worse. Two of them saying the same thing. And they concluded this session. He said, the fact of the matter is that there will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free. And it is unfair for everyone in Biafra to have to suffer through a second Nigerian genocide at the hands of the Nigerian government simply because diplomats want to be polite and want to make their oil deals and their other trade deals. The Christians of Nigeria should not be sacrificed so that some Europeans can make a quick contract. A contract, we all know what a contract is, a business agreement. And Dr. Rubin is saying that European companies have signed oil deals and they all belong to Biafrans. They have signed gas deals, our gas. They have signed construction deals with Nigeria, China #1, and they make money from it. They do not care that the Nigerian terrorist government uses that money to buy weapons and kill Christians. The lives of Biafrans are being sacrificed so that European businessmen can get rich. That is what he answered in that part of the question. Now, I want to ask a question, which you can use to elaborate more in this second question. Do you agree with Dr. Rubin that there will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free? You can drop your answer in the comment section as well. If you say you agree, you must give reason. If you say you disagree, you must give reason. That is the question. Please come up to the mic. You know, we are managing time. It's midweek space. So do you believe, do you agree with what Dr. Rubin said, that there will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free? Who is there to speak?
Now wahala, the person don't buy for him head. All and gas beneath the ground, and the people where get the land go control them. Resources go serve the people, prosperity go spread for all. Anything we did for our land, now our citizens go manage them. Development go reach every corner. Nobody go suffer again. No vote buying, no rigging game. Election fair and play. One woman, one vote. One man, one vote. Your voice go matter every day. Biafra now our only hope. Biafra now our only hope. Hope for today. Hope for tomorrow. No more pain, no more sorrow. Biafra now our only hope. Biafra now our only hope. Hope for today. Hope for tomorrow. Hope for tomorrow. No more pain, no more sorrow. Alfred.
Okay, our sister Eunice. Okay, let me read comments. You know, because of internet, some people take time. Let me. I got notification. Biafra stroke Benin of 17th century, this is from Izudede 18, had boundary with ancient Zamfara people. At the time, there was no Nigeria. Almost all the Middle Belt and some part of today's Southwest were in Biafra of 17th century. That is why we talk about the restoration of Biafra. Thank you so much, Izudede. Chivo say, yes, no peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free. I love it. Dr. Michael's courage. What is your reason for saying no peace? You have to give us reason. It is an open-ended question, so you have to give us reason. And Comrade said, I wish Dr. Rubin himself is Marco Rubio, is Marco Rubio, the American Secretary of State, for understanding what Nigeria stands for, that Nigeria is an artificial, not original, created for the benefit of her citizens, but for British exploitation. Thank you so much. That is from Comrade Ebong Sam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that is all. Yeah, that's all, that's all. Okay, Adanne, you have the mic. Please go ahead. Welcome. Ada Eunice.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Good morning. I'm here. Thank you.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Adiela Mesere.
Miss
How
Erende.
you doing? How you doing, my sister? Yeah, so thank you for giving me the mic, and I want to say thank you to everyone on the mic and those that are not on the mic, those that have spoken and those that are yet to speak. I want to send a shout out to our senior citizens in the house, and then say a big thank you to all of you for your sacrifices. You know, the bones are getting weak and the flesh getting weak, but you stand strong for Biafra, and God is gonna strengthen all of you and reward you with, you know, Biafra actualization. Um, I want to thank our Prime Minister, Mazio NKERE. Tutos, I know you asked a question, but I don't know if I'll be able to come back to speak, but please let me use this opportunity to exchange pleasantries, please, and say hi to my good people, please, if you don't mind. Should I go ahead, please? Thank you. Yeah. So thank you to our Prime Minister Mazio NKERE. I know a lot of people have heart attack when we call him our Prime Minister, but it's not our fault. It is the Lord's doing. Yeah. Okike has made it to be so. So this is the pain in your hearts. And you know, strife in your heart. So please, thank you, our minister, our Prime Minister, for going to Capitol Hill to take pictures. I've never seen a group of pained individuals that have heart attack over pictures. My God, these pictures hurt them so much. Please continue to take pictures for us. And those pictures are actually yielding fruit. If not, they will not be crying, because I can't hurt myself seeing other people taking pictures. I'm having headache and sleepless nights over people's pictures. Yeah, so we want to appreciate you for taking pictures in Capitol Hill. And why some people, we can't see them going to the same Capitol Hill to take pictures. I don't know if they don't have transport money or their vehicles are bad. They need mechanics to fix them before they go to Capitol Hill to take their own pictures. I don't know. I need an answer. Yeah. So thank you for giving your time. Thank you for giving everything to make sure that our cause is fruitful and we are recognized, and it is going to happen. to those who say it's fantasy, it's wishful thinking, that Biafra is not going to come, you all are liars and you're living in a world of lie. Biafra is going to come in our generation, in our time. Yes, thank you, sir. I want to thank our COS, Mazi Snow. Minister Snow, I was just listening to your space this morning and I was at the last part. Thank you for hosting that space yesterday. And thank you for the music. Your intro was powerful. Please, if you have not listened to Minister Snow's space of yesterday evening, I was not there live, but I took time to listen through the night into this morning, and it was short but powerful. And the contributors did a great job. Yeah, thank you, Minister Snow. Thank you, everyone. I think I'm gonna limit the the pleasantries. Yeah. Thank you. I see my rep, my able Canadian rep, Mazika Smile Okpara, a great man. God bless you, sir. Asieg Bunam. Oh my God, I see Mazi Emenike here, a man with a special smile. He has a unique smile. When you're angry and you see his face, you are happy. Thank you, sir, for standing strong. This man went to Capitol Hill even when he was sick. Can you imagine the sacrifice for Biafra? Can you imagine that? And some lunatics were making fun of his sacrifice, and you think it's going to be well with them? Mazi Emenike, thank you, sir. You're a great man. I want to say a big thank you to our media minister, our media head, Mazi Akparawa Obonwo. Akparawa Sani, my God, a minister with a difference, a minister with a swag, a minister that gives people heart attack. Some people wish they were like him, but they can never be like him. Our Minister of Information, Akparawa, thank you so much for all you do for us. I've never seen this man, being like, you see some people, they say they are Minister of Information, but when you listen to them, you're like, like, what's going on? People swearing with their 10 toes and fingers, swearing with their children. How can a Minister of Information be passing information and be swearing with their 10 toes and fingers? This is ridiculous. Our Minister of Information is articulate, he is calculated, he is poised, he speaks with so much, I don't know, wisdom. He is not derailed by any shenanigans. He is focused. He is focused. He knows exactly what he's fighting for. Not people who are there for the monetary gain and they keep shouting like market women. Yeah, thank you, Minister of Information. Yeah, I want to thank Brother David Nanda. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much for your sacrifices. Mommy Betty, thank you so much. You're doing a great job, ma. We thank you. We thank you. We all cannot do what you're doing. I'm telling you, you all are sacrificing a lot. Okute Biafra is another media personnel that is doing absolutely fantastic on Facebook. Our Mazi Paul Onwubiko is there on Facebook. Oh, we have beautiful media people. Norma, thank you very much. If she's at work, she's on break, she takes a little break and she preaches about Biafra. Oh my God. Nelly's TV, thank you so much for all you do for us. Your analysis is great. Who else? All the media people. And oh my God, the most educated man in Europe. MID Bridge, thank you so much. Toti, when you speak, people stand still to listen to you. I want to thank you all so much. And those who are at the background, the people who do the graphics, and then Mweze, Simon Ekpa, what's his name? Oh my God. When you see those colorful pictures, being displayed on Twitter, on X, there are people behind them. Thank you all so much. Augustine, I'll go. Oh God. We have great people. Yeah. So let me stop here. If not, two thoughts, you will chase me away from my mic. I will stop here. Thank you so much. Ben Wabo Mazi. I thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Yes, let me go straight to the question my sister asked. And to every other person that I've not mentioned, please, I love you all so much. Thank you all so much. We all are fighting for a just cause. We are fighting a just cause. And please never doubt in your heart. If Biafra will be actualized, please never doubt it. It is a mission that must be accomplished. We cannot continue to live in servitude. We cannot continue to live like animals. God did not create us to live like animals. Even animals live better than those people who find themselves in that contraption called Nigeria. It is sad. So I'll go straight to the question asked by our sister, Diara. And Diara, you said that if, from what our Honorable Dr. Michael Rubin, one of his statements, is
Wait,
that
let me read the question again because I know you have forgotten.
no,
The
he said
question,
there will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra. I think okay, you
yeah,
can
yeah,
still go back to it.
that is the question. Do you agree or disagree? You have to give reason.
100%. Why wouldn't I agree? Why have people died for Biafra? There will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free. It's a statement of fact. This is not even, there's no two ways about it, you know? We have had, you should check from history. If Biafra is not meant or was not meant to be, we will not be here today. And you can see that there has never been a time of peace and tranquility that ever existed in Nigeria. It's been from one problem to the other, from the time of Azikiwe, from time of, name them. There has never been a time that Nigeria experienced peace. And I am like, um, when I see people preach about, there's gonna be peace, there's gonna be unity, we are all one people, let's fight to make Nigeria work, to make Nigeria a better place, to make Nigeria a peaceful place. And I'm like, are these people dreaming? Are they really human beings? You understand? There is nothing that shows, like, it's just like a woman who is expecting the fruit of the womb, and she's not missing her period. There are no signs, no changes in her body to suggest that she may or might be pregnant. She goes to the hospital, and the doctor, the gynecologist, whoever that is attending to her, tells her that, oh, madam, you're fine. Everything is fine. Your eggs are fine. Your fallopian tubes are patent, your cervix is good. Nothing is wrong with you, you know. Your eggs are viable. And these are the criteria, for a woman to incubate, She's hopeful. At least there's something that she can lay her hands on to give her hope and say, oh, okay, it's not happening now, but I know from the doctor's report, I have this assurance that one day I'm going to carry my baby. You understand? There is nothing in Nigeria as it stands now that suggests that, oh, let's hope on this. Let's keep our hands on this. Let's keep our eyes on this. Maybe somehow this might bring us peace. This might be the avenue where we would experience this peace from. Nothing. I don't know if you have any. if you're listening to my voice, if you're under the sound of my voice, I don't know if there is anything that strikes in your head that suggests in one way or the other that there is somehow, someday, going to be peace or some tranquility in Nigeria, where the Fulanese and the Igbos or the Biafran people will live as one people, we live in harmony, there will be no, oh, you are an infidel. You are not supposed to talk against Muhammad. You are not supposed to talk against the Quran. Oh, you understand? There is no agitation. There will be no agitation. There is no fear of, oh, what's going to happen? Are they coming at midnight? Are they coming to our farms to kill us? There is nothing. There is nothing that suggests that there will be peace in Nigeria. Look, let me tell you, there will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free. For over 60 years, Nigeria has, cycled through civil war, insurgencies, economic meltdown, people who live without electricity, people live, on, you hardly see people eat 3 meals a day. They call it 3 square. I don't know where the square came from. You hardly see people send their children. You can count, and when you go to some villages, you can count by the handful. People who are able to send all their kids to the universities, or maybe to polytechnics. Okay, let's leave the polytechnics. Let's talk about maybe College of Education, because they are a little bit, I think, cheaper or somehow. Or maybe to some vocational schools to learn some handwork or some form of handwork, you understand? You can barely see people who eat good meals. Even if they eat 3 square meals a day, you can barely see people who eat healthy meals in a day. Where you see protein or carbohydrate, you can see only carbohydrate. No protein, no form of protein, no fiber. And then you see these people look like, you see a 40-year-old man, he's looking like he's 60. This is a country with so much resources that in the next 100 years, people are not supposed to complain about hunger. People are not supposed to complain about their children not going to school. This is because the foundation is faulty. Nigeria was never meant to stand. Nigeria was never built on consent. It was forced. The marriage was forced. The union is a forced one. I don't know if I'm still coming out clear. Adiara, please, can you help me? Am I still
Yes, you are coming out.
Thank you.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much. There is no way you can expect a foundation that is faulty to bring you peace, to bring you tranquility, to bring harmony. No way. Just like a man getting married to a woman who was forced on him, maybe there was some form of mistake somehow. He impregnated the lady and the family is forcing her on him. And in the first place, she was never his spec. She was never his kind of woman who he would want to introduce to his friends as his beloved wife, as his cherished wife. She was never that picture that he envisaged, to be the mother of his children. but something led to something, and something happened, and there is this child that is on the way, and the family of the lady is like, oh no, you cannot have our daughter's life messed up, and you want to leave her with us? No way, you have to marry her. What do you expect this man to do? It's gonna be a hell living with such a woman. And even the woman, on the other hand, is not gonna experience peace. It's gonna be anarchy. There's gonna be fights. There's gonna be hatred of all sorts. If you wake up in the morning and you see such a woman beside you, or you remember, oh, no, her face is not the face that I want to see. Her nose is too big. Her breasts are too small. Her bum is too small. Her legs are too tiny for my liking. Oh, how can I be on the same bed with this woman? That is Nigeria for you. The union is faulty. It can never work. Obi and his entourage, Obi and his deluded people can never bring peace to Nigeria. Kwankwaso can never bring peace to Nigeria. Actually, that's a criminal and a terrorist. Atiku can never bring peace to Nigeria. Hundreds of Tinubu can never bring peace to Nigeria. That's a drug lord and a heartless man who went to the UK to further sign away your destinies, to sign away your life to the British, the colonial masters. And some people are there shouting, Tinubu is the right person. These other persons are there on the other hand shouting, it's no more PO possible. PO possible. It's now okay possible. It's okay possible. What a delusional or a deluded set of individuals. The other people are on the other hand shouting, oh, it's revolutionary, revolution now, it is revolution now. Yeah, the other people are there saying, oh, it is the fourth arm of government, we are going to change it. It is the fourth arm of the government, everything is going to change, we are catching all the criminals, we are making the IGP responsible, we are making the Chief Justice responsible, we are making this one stand on their feet to do the right thing. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Nigeria was never meant to work. Just like our Prime Minister, where during the interview with honorable, well-renowned people that we had on our platform in VOB, they were talking about how the amalgamation expired. He asked, he said, have you seen any country where the country has expiration date? He asked, can you mention a country that has an expiration date? But Nigeria is the only country that some drunks came together and said, oh, if this does not happen by so date, if this does not happen, if you don't experience this by from 1914 to 2014, if this does not happen, if there's no economic whatever, if there is no unity, if there's no equality, you can't go your separate ways to how you used to be. 2014, this amalgamation ended, and yet some people are still, hoping that there's a form of miracle that would happen someday, sometime. And we continue to cycle it. It's cycle upon cycle. Rufai Oseni is there on Arise TV lamenting. At the end of the day, he will go home, relax, and when he's on vacation, he will take his passport, he flies to the US, he's relaxed, Then he'll go back again after his vacation is over. He'll go back to the TV, to the screen, and he's happy that Nigerians are watching him lament on the screen, and he's shouting, this is happening, insecurity is happening, this is happening, kidnappings are happening. Rufai Oseni, what is the solution? Nothing. People, mad people everywhere, roaming around everywhere. This set of people are shouting, oh, we are taking it back. Oh, MTN is killing us with their tariffs. Oh, I'm Glow. Telecommunication is one there everywhere. You turn to the right, people are protesting, and at the end of the 2 days, the protest dies off. You turn to your left, people are shouting. You see content creators everywhere. This one is making skits about how Nigeria is not good. This one, what is the solution? Nothing. No solution. And here we are talking about telling these people that Nigeria was not meant to be in the first place. There is no form of peace that would exist in that contraption unless it is divided, unless it is dissolved, unless it is destroyed, unless it is totally disintegrated. There will never be peace in Nigeria. And people are roaming around like mad people, crazy people everywhere. And you see people dying. In the midst of all this, you see people who are not supposed to die. People are dying in their hundreds every day. The lives of Nigerians have been wasted. Men and women that their destinies are supposed to be great, destinies have been buried. Graveyards have taken a lot of destinies. People are living in denial of all this. A country with resources that people are supposed to live like humans. You see people dying just because of hunger. A country of over 240 million people. And more than half of its citizens live in abject poverty. And some people are expecting unity. Some people are expecting some form of tranquility. No way. There would always be anarchy. There would always be chaos in such a society that was not meant to be in the first place. You know, the 1967 to 1970 war, you know, some people said that it was a rebellion, it was not a war. It was an attempt to let the world know that, hello, world, we are a different species of people. We are a different people. Our values are different. We don't want this war in the first place, but we just want to live as whom God has created us to be. But what happened? What happened? People were killed in their millions. Lives wasted. You know, when I still see the pictures, those pictures of little children with protruded abdomen, with their, you could count their ribs, their eyes sunken, their fontanelles sunken, their hairs thinned out. It sends shivers to my bones. It was never meant to be. We only asked to live as normal people. We only asked to build our own economy. You know, we had the resources. But what happened? We were killed. And the pains still exist. We never caused the war. It was never meant to be a war. Now, the children of those generation, we are here. We are still standing. And you think it's going to end? It's not going to end until we achieve that sole purpose, that sole aim, why we were created, or we are still existing. And nothing is going to stop it. When we talk about marginalization, some idiots, they say, oh, you're not marginalized. Just find some people, go to your local government, go to your constituencies, go and start something and have some people represent you at the red, green, whatever chamber they have there. I don't know what they call them. Idiots. Have them go represent you. You all need to stop this your marginalization narrative. But we are being marginalized. There is injustice everywhere. But we, the Biafrans, we experience this injustice the more or the most. Why? Why did I say that? Our leader, NNAMDI KANU, has been incarcerated since 2021. A man who only his weapons were his voice, or was his voice. His only weapon was his voice. His only weapon was his radio, his device, which he preached the gospel of, please treat my people well. We cannot live in peace unless you treat my people well. And what did they do to him? They say, oh no, you have committed treason. We cannot allow this to happen. You are trying to take over our power. You are trying to put heads together. You are turning the youths against the government. And boom, they have him in Sokoto, sentenced to life. And some people are happy about it. And this is where you want peace and unity to exist. Why the people who carry guns, people who carry the most sophisticated weapons that you can ever think of, and you begin to wonder, where did these people, these nomads, where did they get these guns from? And we are telling them that the government provide this to these people. And we watch them maim and kill people. We watch them ravage our farms, kill our women, kill our young girls, rape them, and nothing happens to them. These people are still loitering around the streets. No justice. And yet a man who only asks for the freedom of his people is languishing in jail, is languishing in prison. Yet the people who cause so much mayhem, who kill people by the hundreds, are living large. They even take to social media, showing off the remuneration. What do they call it? The proceeds of their crime. They take to social media to show you, oh, this is what we get from kidnapping your people. This is what we get from taking your loved ones from you. This is what we get from the government of the day. Yes, they sponsor us.
The ransom.
The ransom. Thank you so much, my able lady, senior citizen Stella. God bless you. And some people are still, living in this denial that Nigeria is not working. They are still wishing that a miracle will happen someday. I weep for these people. I wish that they are direct victims, so that in their next life they will be at the forefront of shouting for freedom. That's my wish for them. Those who tell us that what we are doing is rubbish, I wish for you that you are a direct victim of this mayhem, of these atrocities, I wish it for you, so that in your next life, if there's something like reincarnation, you will reincarnate and be at the forefront of asking for freedom for your people, asking that you cannot live in the same environment with these monsters. I wish it for you. I hope Nigeria happens to you. I hope Nigeria happens to you. There will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra is restored. And I want to say a special thank you to Dr. Michael Rubin. Adiara, you said something. You said, and I felt the pain when you were saying it. How can a foreigner bring out his time to tell you that where you are living, it is not where you're supposed to be living? Where you have found yourself, it is not where you are supposed to be. That Nigeria is not for you. That this amalgamation is false, is faulty. Dr. Rubin spent his time telling Nigerians that you are living in a false land. This is not where you are supposed to be. And yet some people are still living in denial. Some people are still cursing a man who only wants the best for you. I weep for my people. Seriously, I weep for these people. Thank you so much, Dr. Rubin. You did an absolute great job. And we thank you for always standing strong with and for us. I want to also thank Dr. Tibor Naj. You see, a man who lived in Nigeria for a long time, coming out now to associate with Biafrans, that speaks so much volume. You understand? A man who has been to basically almost all the African countries. He has seen it all. And he is telling you that Nigeria is not for you. Won't you listen to such a man? He loses nothing if he chooses to, or if he chose to just be in his comfort place in America and just watch us and, you know, laugh at us. But he chose to stand with us, to lend his voice, to tell us that what we are doing is the right thing. The question was thrown to him. He said, what we are doing is the right thing, the absolute right thing. You think, having lived in Nigeria for so many years, if things were right in Nigeria, do you think you would be here with us telling us to continue with our pursuit for freedom? No, he wouldn't. But he saw that, no, there is injustice, there is everything wrong in Nigeria. And he wept for us. He weeps for us. And he prays that everything goes well for us. And some people are still sitting on the fence, hoping that some miracle will happen someday. Thank you, my sister. And I know I've taken so much time. I didn't plan for this, but this is how I was led to speak. So, my brethren, like Paul would say, men and brethren, now listen to the conclusion of the whole matter. Nigeria will experience no peace until Biafra is achieved. You know, was the USSR was so strong that people never believed that it would be dismantled, and so many countries, would come out from USSR. It happened. Russia, Ukraine, we have Yugoslavia, we have, I'm not good at history, but I know a lot of countries came out from USSR, if I'm not mistaken. So why wouldn't Nigeria be dismantled so that we all go our separate ways and build our economy and build our lives the way God created us to be in the first place? Thank you very much, and keep your good work, Adiaga. I thank you. You sacrifice so much, bringing out time every other day to speak to Biafrans. It's no joke. It's no joke. When I can't do what other people do, in fact, I appreciate it so much. I want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate you. God bless you. And to everyone who come on this space every day or every other day to yield their voice, to put in their money, no matter how small, your works and your labor of love will not go in vain. It will not go unrewarded. God is going to reward your labor of love. Thank you all so much for listening to me. And I'm sorry if I spoke too long and you got tired and weary of my rantings, but my brethren, we keep talking until the word sings. Thank you all so much. Yeah, so I want to pass a message to those who are still going to listen to some fools. You can't continue wasting your time listening to some fools who have nothing to offer you. There is a man that lives in Italy who is supposed to be a man, but unfortunately, he turned himself to a woman. He said he's the armor bearer for our former Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And this morning, I'm learning that he said he's the armor bearer for Arnold Smith. This is to tell you that this woman is confused. Please, if you're wasting your time listening to this person, you're doing yourself more harm than good. They had whatever interview with a man who said that he wants Nigeria to continue to exist as a nation, and they are hailing this man.
Sister
Please
Eunice, we are not going there. We are not talking about their interview. Leave
listen.
them.
Yes, thank you very much. Listen to people who we bring to our platform. They are men of honor. They are there. They have served the United States for years, and they have so much knowledge and understanding. Please stop wasting your time listening to fools who have nothing to offer you. Please, I want to yield my mic here. Thank you all, and have a blessed, wonderful rest of your day.
Wow. So you can talk like this, Ada Eunice. We really enjoyed it. Wow. Be coming every day and lecture us. God bless you. God bless you. Real good. You answered the question. There will never be any peace until Biafra is restored. That was very informative and educative. Hey, my co-host, I'm freezing here. I don't know how I'll remove you. I think you have to go down and then come up. I cannot remove you from the co-host position, and I cannot also refresh. Before we continue, let's read the comments. I have some comments here.
My hand is
Have
up when you finish.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you. I'll give it to you. Let me read some comments here. Um, there's a comment from Vincent. Ada Eunice, thank you so much. You nailed it. Vincent said, for sure there will be no peace because we are not the same with Yoruba, Hausa, and Fulani people. If not evil British and UN today, Biafra will continue to be a country today. But God do his own things at his only time that US is world power today. Other countries have been before. Then another comment came from, oh, our COAs, the original COAs, he's always with us. He said, they can't be a successful or progressive Nigeria because Nigeria is built on and is being sustained by blood of unwilling members, just like this man said. So I'm going to read what Tafewa Belewa said. Hold on, please. Let me, every comment is very important. Tafewa Belewa said, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious belief and customs, and do not show themselves any signs of willingness to unite. Nigeria unity is only a British invention. He made this comment in 1948. And the second one there is from Obafemi Awolowo. Awolowo said, Nigeria is not a nation, it is a mere geographical expression. And Goodluck Jonathan repeated it once again. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is merely a distinctive appellation, is not clear, to distinguish those who have lived within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. And he made this comment in 1948. And then the last person there is from NNAMDI Azikiwe. He said, it is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of the Democratic Republic of Congo will be a child's play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. And he made this comment in 1964. That is a contribution from our CEO, is telling us that exactly that Nigeria is not a nation. Truly, it is an artificial entity that has already rotten carcass of cat. And then we have another one from CEO Charles. I'm highly delighted hearing that from Reuben. It is a confirmation that truly Biafra is a spirit. Imagine the way the God of Biafra is connecting the Biafra government with the people that will do the work of Biafra restoration, not minding the internal and external sabotage. Thank you so much. Senator said, of course, I agree that there will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free. The blood is still speaking, and bringing will make it ungovernable and uncomfortable for them. Thank you so much, Senator. Chivo say yes, no peace until Biafra is free. Senator said so that he, I don't understand. Wait, I don't know that one. Oh, leave me a bit. I cannot pronounce that. Yeah, so that's it. A senior citizen, you can go ahead. And if you have not followed, go to the comment section. You will see the link that you have to follow. Follow our government X handle. Go there, Totiville tweeted it. Follow our government YouTube, that is Voice of Biafra TV YouTube channel. Follow Voice of Biafra X handle and follow Biafra Republic Government in Exile X handle as well. Click the link in the comment section and follow. If you have your space donation, please, you can as well share your receipt with me. Thank you so much. Mama, you have the mic.
Please remind me of the question because I forgot.
Okay, the question says, do you agree? Do you agree what Michael Rubin said, that there will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free? If you agree, give reasons. If you disagree, give reason.
Yes, there will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free because our presence in Nigeria irritates them. When I say our presence, Igbos, the Biafran's presence in Nigeria irritates Nigerians. Yet they can't do without us. So Fulani Mujahid Arabs have succeeded in inculcating hate among our neighbors, among us and our neighbors, like the Hausas, like the Yorubas, like the Middle Belt towns. In fact, as a result of this hatred, the indigenous people, our neighbors, I call them, don't trust each other. There's no trust. An average Yoruba man is very much afraid of a very close Igbo man or woman. Very much afraid. Ask them, what did we do? They can't say. They can't say what we did. There's no trust. There's fear amongst our neighbors, among the indigenous. There's death among the indigenous. So there cannot be peace in Nigeria until Biafra is free. Because the presence of Biafra irritates Nigerians. Nigerians believe that there's this thing. The Igbos are collecting from them. They themselves don't know. That there's this thing. Igbos are becoming too smart for them. There's this thing. The Igbos are taking their businesses in Alaba. There's this thing that Igbos have made in Nigeria. You know, somebody last week was saying, one Obidiot was saying that Igbos have spoiled this Nigeria. No one know. Igbos have spoiled the Nigeria. Leave Biafrans alone. No. Leave Igbos. No. Stay with Igbos. No. They don't even know what they want anymore. So at this point, it's for us deciding for them that we are sick and we are tired of their hate on us. We are sick. We are tired of their marginalization, of their killing. They are forcing us to become Muslims. They want to use Sharia law to rule us. And we have said no to Islamization. We have said no to Sharianization. We have said no to Fulanization. And we have said no to Nigerianization. And they are coming against us militarily. And they are killing Biafrans. They are chopping off our heads. They will ask you want to be a Christian or you want to be a Muslim. You say you want to be a Christian. They chop off your neck. So we can't continue staying where they chop our necks off. We can't continue where when they see us, they're irritated. They believe they will do their God a favor as soon as they kill us. They have placed that tag on our shoulders and our forehead. They are wherever you see them, bring them down. That is what they are doing to us now. So we can't continue to stay in a country that hates us with passion like this, that have marked us for death. They have marked all Igbos and Biafrans for death. See them. You remember what happened during last 3 years election? They told Igbos in Lagos, don't come out to vote if I see you. Some went because they brainwashed them, they are not Igbos. What happened? They dealt with them. They killed a lot of them, injured a lot of them. A lot of them ran for their dear lives that day, regretted ever going out to vote. So they don't even want your vote. They don't even want your they don't want you. And Oya Jula Jonah Jonwi, touch it, interpret this one. Oya Jula Jonah Jonwi. They hate us. They don't want to do anything with us. Yet they don't want to leave us still. They have become, they are having now, is it dilemma, I call it, or whatever. Leave us, no. Stay with us, no. So we are helping them this time to make a final decision that we are sick and tired of. of their this romance, of this their marriage. So there can't be peace. Because whenever they see us like this, they get agitated. Whenever they see Igbos, they see Biafrans, they want to chop off their heads. They remember their God and their God's promises. Whenever they see Igbos like this, they will remember the promises their God made them. And they want to kill. They become very aggressive. They become very violent. So the best thing is for us to separate. Maybe they can get their heads together and get their acts together. Maybe the killings will stop. Maybe the exportation of terrorism from Nigeria to other African countries and to the West will stop. Because as soon as we move, who will be their checkmate? We will stop their menace. We will stop the exportation of terrorism across Africa and to the West. We will stop it. We will embrace other Christians that have been marginalized in other neighboring states. Even help them to get their independence. Because if we have a peaceful neighbor, if we have an independent neighbor also, there will be peace in our region. And then talking about mineral resources. A lot of mineral resources are in other parts of Nigeria. Zamfara have gold. What do you call it? Have limestone. But anybody that is lacking, that need a uplifting. In fact, Onyendu even told us that we will even dash people mineral resources, because mineral resources underground is for you to help others, not only for you. It's for the humanity. So there'll be a peace. There'll be how do I say, a good civilization, development, moving forward. If Biafra leave Nigeria, I'm telling you, you have heaven on earth. Our neighbors will profit from them. The only people I guess that will not profit are these terrorist Fulanis. Because it will be time for them to go back to Futajalon where they came from. And this is what they don't want. But you see, they don't even have a choice because Fulani are everywhere. They can choose another country of their interest and go there and finish them up the way they've been finishing us up. There are a lot of land to take. In fact, where even their God gave them in Futajalon, they left it and they ran. They can go back there and occupy the land since they know how to conquer. Go back to your land, remove people that are there, and reoccupy your land, and allow Nigerians to have their own God-given land and call their new nation whatever name they want. Maybe Arewa Nation, Oduduwa Nation, Middle Belt Nation, Biafra Republic, and there will be peace. So there will be peace. When Biafra is free from Nigeria, there will be peace. But leaving Biafra inside Nigeria, there will be no peace. So no peace at all. Leaving Biafra inside Nigeria, no peace. Leaving Nigeria, Biafra inside Nigeria, no peace. So the only way out is to divide Nigeria, and this killing will stop, and there will be a lasting peace. So let me stop here. Thank you.
Ekamdo, our senior citizen. Ada Eunice, please check your inbox. Oh, are you there? Ada Eunice, so please check your inbox. Thank you. Thank you,
Oh,
senior
yes, ma'am.
citizen.
Sorry, I was far from my mic. Okay, I'll do so. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Senior citizen, that one that there was nobody to translate it for me. I was lost. What did you say in the Igbo language? I was lost to Mama Stella. Nobody was there to translate. Thought he was not there. I was lost. Can anybody still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And I believe other people
Okay,
can
this
hear you
one I
as well.
dropped our phone and left. Okay. Oh, King David, you have the mic. Please, if you have your receipt for your space donation, try and share it with me. And also share the space Follow our different X handle. Visit our website as we are speaking, and drop your donation, please. www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org. Your IOU is also available if you have give it to us. GoFundMe is there. We have all these platforms or pathways that we use to generate money. Please support your freedom. Thank you, King David. You have the mic. Sorry, maybe
Thank
she
you
wants.
so much, our
Wait,
sister.
wait, please. Don't be angry. Ada Eunice, your hand is up.
Oh, yeah, just a quick one. Yeah, thank you. I saw your message. I will give 20,000 AJ for this space, and I would want to encourage everyone, please. We have a new channel, like Adiara said. Please, it wouldn't take you anything. Just go and click subscribe, please. We need to build our VOB channel. Thank you. God bless you.
Hey, yo. Hey. Thank you so much for your donation. Let me put down your name. Thank you. God bless you, my sister. King David, you have the mic. You are down again. King David, are you there? Oh my God. Internet has kicked him out. Okay, let me bring you up again. King David, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead before I call what.
And I want to appreciate every speaker who has spoken so far. Also, appreciate the listeners. Please, like our sister said, if you have not shared the space, what are you waiting for? And I want to encourage everybody to start following the government, follow the VOB, and every platform of the Biafran Republic government in exile. If you are here as well, and you are not following and supporting the activities of Biafran Republic government in exile under Prime Minister NKERE, then you are a problem, and you are the enemy of the Biafran people and the Biafran Restoration Project. If you are also here and you are part of those who are sharing propagandas against this government, you are not a truthful Biafran, you don't need Biafra, and you don't support Biafra. Rather, you are a propagandist. You are among those that NNAMDI KANU said, when the time comes, a lot of you will be bought. And we have seen a lot of you have actually been bought because you are not actually doing the needful for Biafra to be restored. At this particular time, in the history of Biafran restoration, Biafra have never gotten close like where we are today. Biafra can now directly sit one-on-one with a senator, with a Republican senator, with a Democratic senator, with a congressman or woman in the office and talk about Biafra. Who made it possible? Biafran Republic government in exile made it possible under Prime Minister NKERE. And if you say they are going to take pictures on Washington, D.C., oh my goodness me, we appreciate him taking pictures in Washington, D.C. If you think that it is so easy to take pictures, go and take your own picture and come and tell us about that. But I want to remind you something. Every picture that you see that was taken by Prime Minister NKERE has a video attached to it. But that video cannot be made public because it's still classified. It's just like when Donald Trump sent emissaries to go and have meeting with Iran. You cannot see that video being played. You cannot see the picture. Or you can as well see him make statement on that. That is actually what is happening in our own case. And at the appropriate time, those videos will be coming out and you are going to be flabbergasted. You are going to be surprised that Biafra is now in Washington, D.C. discussing. Even there are some information that are not in public consumption. So we are so proud of our Prime Minister. We are so proud of our government. And we will continue to support every action and activity towards Biafran restoration. Are you not surprised that those who are sharing Mike Arnold's whatever testimony did not share the information that is now on public domain? The recent publication by one of the American best policy analysts, it was published yesterday or today, if I'm not mistaken. Why are those who are sharing Mike Arnold congressional testimony, why did they not share it? They turn blind eye to it because they are not actually fighting for Biafra. And this is why there can never be peace in Nigeria in conjunction with Biafra. It is not possible. Nigeria can only be peaceful. Nigeria can never have peace with Biafra in it. So for there to exist peace in Nigeria, Biafra must be exiting that evil contraption. Very, very important, because have you seen the lives or what transpires between children who were born out of remarriage and children who were born out of fornication, halotry, or adultery? Have you seen what happens there? That is what is applicable to Nigeria. The reason being that Nigeria was never agreed to be together. Biafrans never gave their consent. Biafrans never agreed to be lumped in together with a terrorist country. We are not compatible. We are not worshiping the same God. We don't have the same culture. We don't have the same language. We don't have the same tradition. So we can never be compatible. And where there is incompatibility, there can never exist peace. There is always rancor. There is always infighting. There is always disagreement. There is always, they are at loggerheads with each other. Have you seen where a lion and antelope live together? It is either the lion is pursuing the antelope and the antelope is running away from the lion. Have you seen where wild animals are living with humans? It is not possible, because you can't live with crocodile. You can't live with snakes. You can't live with hyenas. You can't live with lions or tigers in the same place. This is what Nigeria is all about. Biafrans are predominantly Christians. Biafrans are traditional worshippers. Biafrans are Judaic Christians, while the rest of Nigerians are Muslims. Okay? While the rest of Nigerians are Muslims, Biafra are predominantly Christians. So, if you compare oil and water, the same way you cannot mix oil and water together, that is the same way there can never be peace in Nigeria with Biafra in it. It is not possible. Biafrans believe in the rule of law. Biafrans believe in the principle of love and equity. We are the proponents of live and let live. We believe in justice. That is who we are. But Nigeria don't believe in justice. Nigeria don't believe in rule of law. Nigeria don't believe in principle of live and let live. Nigeria don't believe in equity. So how can you now live together with people who don't have the same principle with you? It is practically impossible. So the only way that there can exist peace in that region is for Biafra to exit that evil contraption. We are not pedophilic in nature. You see how Biafrans do their tradition. When we go to a stage of getting married, we go to the spouses and to the grooms, or the bride's father and family. We pay the dowry. We take the woman. We have to be in agreement. But in the case of Nigerians who are mostly pedophilic in nature, the Fulanis, and their likes. They take the women by force, even at tender age as 6, 7, 8, and an old man of 60 years will be forcing himself on a little child or children of 6 years old. So how can we live in that kind of society with people who don't respect the dignity of a woman and the dignity of life? This is just a very few examples of why Nigeria can never be peaceful, where Biafrans are still very much in it. It is not possible. We are Republicans in nature. We believe that life is so precious. We believe that everybody is created equal. We believe that there is God-given talent in each and every one of us, and it cannot be manifested unless we have a free Biafran nation where we can develop our skills, where the God-given talent in us can be exhibited. But under Nigeria, it is very, very and practically impossible. And that is why, just like cats and rats can never stay together peacefully, the same way Biafrans and the other Nigerians can never be in the same place together peacefully, because we don't have the same mindset, we don't have the same religion, we don't even eat the same food. We think differently. So, our listeners, the international news media who are listening, there are so many incompatibilities between Biafrans and Nigerians. These are very few. And a lot of speakers has also enumerated a lot of differences that we have. And the reason why you see all these killings, Christian genocide in Nigeria, is as a result of that incompatibility that exists between Christians and the other Nigerians. Very, very important. So, to my conclusion, we are calling on the leaders of the world, the president of the world, the leader of the free world, and people that matters, whose voices speak so loud that the international community can hear. People who love the sanctity of life, people who love freedom of speech, people who love the principle of live and let live. People who understand that everyone was created equal. They should now speak up, speak out, and demand that Nigeria be disintegrated. Very, very important. This is the only solution to the impending doom, outside the doom that is already ravaging Nigeria. There are more dooms that is coming. In order to avert it, Biafra need to exit that evil contraption. That is the only solution to the atrocities that is happening in that part of the world. Biafra exit is imminent. And we are also using this opportunity to call on fellow Biafrans who are sitting on the fence, who are waiting for our leaders to be out before they can join and support their freedom. I want to ask you, why not go and resurrect Odumegwu Ojukwu and Philip Effiong to come and fight for Biafra for you? Why not go and resurrect them, since you have to wait for your leaders who are detained to come out and fight before you can join and support? It is, you better now go and start resurrecting the spirit of Odumegwu Ojukwu and Philip Effiong to come and fight the battle for you. What am I saying? Our leaders in detention are incapacitated at this particular time. And besides, they wanted anything that should be done for Biafra to be restored to be done. And we are now in the verge of restoring Biafra because we already have a government that is now recognized by the State Department, by American government as the only representative of the Biafran people worldwide. You saw it, you see it, you listen to it, you hear the news, but it tinkles your ear, yet you refuse to appreciate that, yet you refuse to acknowledge that. It is real. BRGIE is in Washington, D.C. for the Biafran Restoration Project. There is no other government that is known, recognized, accepted. There is no other government or body that American government can work with for the restoration of Biafra. You had when the distinguished professor or doctor Michael Rubin was saying that the emergence of Biafran government in exile is a panacea that is needed at this particular time to educate the world about the emergence and the coming of the country of the future. You also had Ambassador T.B. Nagy spoke about eloquently about the lobbying efforts and activities of Biafran Republic government in exile. He made mention of one of the greatest lobbyists in America who knows the nooks and crannies of politics in Washington, D.C. He gave kudos to BRGIE for doing the needful. And when he talks about BRGIE, he's talking about Prime Minister Ogechukwu NKERE. He's talking about the members that constitute the government in exile. He's talking about each and every one of you that is supporting this government. So what it means is that you should not relent. We should increase our lobbying effort. We should increase our information department in creating that awareness that is needed. We should also increase our funding, our support to the government, because as you see that a lot is happening in Washington, D.C. So also much fund is needed to prosecute other projects. Voice of Biafra is a platform and a radio and television station born out of necessity. And most of your funding and support is also being channeled towards that avenue. So you can see that a lot is needed for Biafran restoration. So don't be left out. Make sure that you register your name. Support tonight, support tomorrow. 247 www.Biafran Republic Government in Exile is open to your donation and support. Go there and make your donation now, and you will never regret it, because history will always remember you for fighting for the liberation, for the restoration, and the recognition of the independent state of Biafra. The newest country in the future is about to emerge, and make sure that you are not left out. When the roll call is called among those who supported this freedom, make sure that your name is there. I appreciate our Prime Minister, His Excellency Honorable Ogechukwu NKERE. Please go to Washington, D.C., take more pictures so that we will be able to publish it online, so that the enemies will continue to knock their head, to hit their head on the wall. We care not, because we are focused on our restoration. Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you for what you are doing for the Biafran people, all the ministers of the gospel, all the supporters of BRGIE. There is one thing that awaits you. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings from the land of our ancestors and from those who paid the ultimate price. Remember what they told you before they died at Emene and Aba High School. Most of them that were shot, they say, go and get us Biafra. Forget about me. I am going right now. But the only consolation that we are going to have, the only thing that is going to make us to rest in peace, is for you to go and give us Biafra. Go and get us Biafra. So as you are fighting for Biafran restoration, I want you to know that the angels of Biafra, the gallant men and women who pay the ultimate price, are watching you from the world beyond, and they form a protective shield for you and your family. And you can never regret every penny, every eje and ejemma that you donated for the restoration of Biafra. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. I yield my mic.
There were King David the professor. There is one error I want to fix there. Maybe it was a slip of tongue. Our website is www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org, not in exile. www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org. That is our website. So please kindly visit our website and then support us. I think we have to continue this space tomorrow. We only stopped at question number 2 out of 9. Yes.
But your last question is like a full topic.
I tell you.
It's like a full topic.
I tell you.
Keep on.
And I'm really enjoying it. Okay, so let me invest another 45 minutes already after 9 p.m. here.
Can I say something?
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Please, I just want to use this opportunity to salute all our brothers and sisters that are coming back home. You understand? All the prodigals. Because I can see a lot of people that I blocked. So since you're coming back, I will unblock you. So you're all welcome. I don't want to begin to call your name. You know yourselves here. You're up to 5 here. So you're all welcome. Welcome, fine. Okay. So we move. Tutor, go on.
Yes, ma. Welcome, welcome. Our brothers and sisters, we love you. We know people can be deceived easily. Please come back home. You can see what is happening in Biafra Republic government in exile. We really appreciate each and every one of you. We love you. So come back home and support your freedom. Nobody will do it for you. You can see what is trending. Some people have gone to pay rent again in Washington, D.C., and they will plant flag and say they are doing a Remembrance Day. After the Remembrance Day, they remove the flag. But look at our headquarters. The flag has been flying for how many years? It has never been removed. So please come back home and support your freedom. That is what matters. And you will hear it clearly in the next question that was asked. So let's try and see if we can deliberate on the next question, which I know will take another time. Wherever we stop, I will schedule another space for tomorrow. Even if we don't finish tomorrow, we continue till Friday because we have to really explain and break it down what the interviewee said, which is Dr. Rubin. A lot has been contained in all the answers that he gave, even the one that Ambassador Rebo gave. We have so many things to talk. In fact, the next 3 months will not lack space topic. So let's listen.
Thank you very much.
Before we listen, let us just cool our brains for 1 minute.
No more fear, no more hiding. Respect and dignity for all. Every citizen standing tall. Free education, free university, healthcare for every community. No more dying, because no more life go better for everybody. Biafra now, our only hope. Biafra now, our only hope. Stand up now, make the claim. Biafra now.
Yes, David.
Women go deliver safe for hospital.
Yeah.
Citizens go get.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. I just want to chip in something. Can I go ahead?
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much. You just made a statement that some people won't come back. We say welcome, welcome, welcome. How did you ascertain that they are back? Did they share the space, or is it by just seeing them on this platform? Because most of them come here, they don't even give a damn of whether you see them or you don't see them. The only way you can ascertain that is we don't expect them to speak, but at least share our space. Because a lot of them are confessing, but because of Imanagodu, Akahano Nenu, because of pride, they cannot actually come to speak. So how did you ascertain that they are back? That's just what I want to say. Thank you.
Can I answer
Those
you?
are the followers of Mama Stella, so she knows them. And yeah, Mama, go ahead.
Yeah, you see, but even the people that don't know God told us that they are prodigals, that they don't know God, they don't understand forgiveness. They told us that they are prodigal sons, so that we should forgive them. They are prodigal sons that are butchering, chopping people's head off, and they are able to really take them to rehab, and they are putting them into Nigerian military. And our brothers and sisters here that only dreidled for how many months and they are coming back, and what are you saying, that we shouldn't bring them back? They should welcome,
No,
fine,
Sister
everything
Tutos,
is that.
Tutos, you said something now, and I want us to ponder over it. You said that some people are paying another rent in Washington, D.C. Do you think that if people are not somehow supporting this useless thing that she is doing, she will be paying rent in Washington, D.C.?
But you just heard from their confession that they give audio money. Nobody is giving them money. That money that she's spending to rent that room for 1 hour is the money that is paid to her by the Nigerian government. You understand? So, and
Yes, I do.
as we are talking like this, terrorists have come out again. A chief of a clinical security officer for Operation Safe Corridor has come out again to tell you that terrorists are one of us before, and that they were confused. Another name has been given to them as confucianist. You see? Another name has been given to them as confucianist. So whether they are back or they are not back, whether they share our space or they don't share it, let them come and learn. That is what we want to listen in the next response that Dr. Reuben gave. It is about education. It is about education and awareness. We have to educate them again because their brain cells have been damaged by lies and fake information and propaganda. So if they even have the balls to come and join Briggy Space, let them come. Whether they share or not is okay. With time they will share. It's not even us that will tell them to share. They will pass the message to their fellow citizens or friends that were confused and say, come, we've seen the light. Hey, yo, we have seen the light. Briggy's light is still shining. So far as they're not requesting for mic, of course, we know we cannot give anybody mic like that. This is government space, and we have to be very, very focused in what we are doing and who is speaking in our government spaces. So they are highly welcome. So feel free. I know that you are still timid. It's like doing you like movie. Yes, it is Biafra Republic government in exile. That government that you left, we are still standing with the structures in it. Nothing, we did not shift our goalpost. Those that are telling you that they are fighting for our Onyendu, you could see that they are creating poster. But did you see them attach the picture of our former Prime Minister Simon Ekpa to it? The answer is no. So who is deceiving who? You are now the spokesperson for Onyendu. You are canvassing for Onyendu to be released. What of the one that has been locked in Finland? If truly you are 100 men, the 100 men are sincere. Why have you forgotten about the former Prime Minister Simon Ekpa? Why is this picture not attached beside the picture of Onyendu? Why did you put another Igbo man, a Biafran picture? So who is deceiving who? A time will come that Biafran's eyes will be clear to know what is happening. So if they have the mind to come, we highly appreciate them. Come, sit down, listen to what we are saying, and then, it takes a lot for someone to come to your house. Something has attracted them. They have seen the 2 interviews that we have held in Voice of Biafra. They've seen Amazi Obong effectively working. They've read the news. Their eyes are open. So you are highly, highly welcome. And all your answers and doubts, all your doubts will be clarified in the next question that our Prime Minister will be asking Dr. Rubin. Adada Eunice, your hand is up before we continue. So, Professor David, hey.
Yeah, and then a quick one. There was something I forgot to say. I'm sorry. Dr. David, you should, one thing we have to understand is that, or realize is that even a madman, has relatives. So there's no way you expect those people not to have idiots who will still, follow them and, continue in towing the wrong path. Yeah, that being said, so there's something that struck me when I was speaking. I've come across some foreigners, most especially like where I work. I have Ugandans, my colleagues, Ugandans, Kenyans, Sudanese, and people from all walks of life, Ethiopians, and they keep asking me, why do you hate Nigeria with so much passion? You understand? So for the foreigners, people who are listening to us, who are not Nigerians, who love Nigeria with so much passion, because I know a lot of them, they love Nigeria so much, and they think that our quest for Biafra is as a result of our hatred for Nigeria. And I keep telling them, it is not because we hate Nigeria. You understand? I used to be a very strong one Nigerianist before 2015, when I stopped and I started following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I used to be a very strong one Nigerianist. Every 1st of October, I have my special green and white outfit. You understand? But why did we get to this point? Please, if you're a foreigner and you're listening to us, we don't hate Nigeria or maybe Nigerians. No, we don't. But what we hate is the injustice. What we cannot contend with, what we cannot take is remaining in a union where lives and livelihood are like, let me say, disposable. We are nothing. We are being regarded as nothing. Please, we don't hate Nigeria. You imagine a country that spends billions fighting symptoms while refusing to treat the main cause of, this sickness. When you refuse to treat a wound, if it spreads to the other parts of the body. So that is how we found ourselves in this place. Okay? And trust me, empires that have held people by force, they eventually broke, like the Soviet Union. So we are breaking. So stop preaching to me and say, "Oh, Eunice, I love Nigeria. Oh, I love your movies." It's far, 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 far from the movies. It's not about Nollywood. Yes, you can like Nollywood, but we want to be on our own. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so we want to be on our own because we have suffered enough in the hands of the same Nigerians. You understand? It's them that hate us. They hate us and they are pretending. And they are telling the whole world that they love us. No, it's them that are killing us. From 1967 to date, they have killed well over 20 million Biafrans in the altar of leaving Nigeria still as one. You understand? So it's they, the Nigeria, that hate us. They are killing us every day like chicken. And they are forcing us to be converted to Islam, though that we don't want to. They know what we want. Before we asked of a restructuring, they refused. In fact, the now vice president said restructuring his foot, that he's not interested of restructuring Nigeria. So if they're not interested of restructuring Nigeria, why are we, who is now loving Nigeria more than we that are wearing the shoe that know where the pins us? You understand, Eunice? So that's the truth
Yeah,
about it.
we are even far gone beyond restructuring. Our freedom is not negotiable. I know some people, when we say this thing, they laugh at us, but it's not never negotiable. A forced union cannot work. It's a time bomb. We can't. We can't. We've had enough. They've suppressed us so much. They killed the Koso and they thought that would be the end of it. They've killed a lot of Biafran. Like Brother David said, people who were dying, they said, please make sure you get us Biafra. And they think it's all fun and we are just, yapping for nothing. No, the suppression is too much. We cannot continue this path. No, 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 no. We cannot. Every time they detain our people and they think they will silence us. Jesus, this is ridiculous. We can't. Adiara, thank you. Sorry for that. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Thank you. We have our bishop in the house, Bishop Comfort. She's on the mic right now. And just a quick one before I forget. We have a Bonny Town Hall meeting this Sunday. No, yeah, this Sunday, 10th of May, 2026, 7 p.m. Biafra time. If you are from Ebonyi, all of us, this town hall is for everyone. Please get prepared to attend the town hall meeting. Our minister, original
Thank you.
bishop, you have the
Hello, hello, hello.
well.
I greet every one of you in the name of Jesus Christ. What people are doing is very good. I don't want to repeat what everybody has said. The only point is that the prodigals are coming back. All we have to do is welcome them with wisdom. People have preached, people have talked enough that God will give you the eyes to spot those that have come genuinely or not. As far as Biafra is concerned, we are gone. We are gone. Biafra is here. There's no going back. What are we going back for? What about the ones that died, millions that died, as Stella and all of you are saying? We are not going back. No matter what they preach, we're not going back. No matter how many they kill, we're not going back. Nandi said that they will kill and kill. One man will remain, and that one man will fight for Biafra. We have come a long way. We have come a long way. They are going from one country to another, trying to buy them, try to give them money. Look at Turkey, going to buy Turkey to come and establish a department in our land. The China now, I don't know, the China have realized now that Biafra is here. So they are trying to take all their investment away from Nigeria. So with all this happening, the world knows that we are not going back. The world is watching the case of NNAMDI KANU and the Simon Ekpa. The world is watching. It is time. It is time, and we are getting there. There's no doubt about it. So I encourage every one of you on space to continue. We are not giving up. That's our story. Nigeria has got the message. They don't know how to take it. They are stubborn. Fulanis are very, very stubborn. But we are going to tell them that Igbos are stubborn because we want to take what belongs to us. Biafra said that the oldest country in the world. They want to take it. We want to take what belongs to us, and there's no sin in getting what belongs to us back, no matter what to do. Every day they are killing. Every day they are killing. The way they butcher us is so hurtful. The one I saw is so hurtful. They'll be killing you. They'll be using knife to kill you, to cut your hand, cut your neck slowly, and you're dying slowly. And you think that we that are seeing those things that we take it. No, we're not taking it. So I thank all of you for giving me this, to emphasize that Biafra is here. We're not going back. Time has gone when we are discussing that. Biafra is here. Thank you so much for all of you. I'll come back again. Thank you.
Thank you, the mother of the house. We love you from the bottom of our heart, and we thank you for sparing this time to speak to Biafrans worldwide. I've
Uh,
heard your voice. Oh my
uh,
God, you are a mother. We appreciate you so much, and we love you. And we love you. Thank you so much, man. God bless you.
That's
God
Titus.
bless you.
I love it. I love it, Titus. I
Thank
love you,
you,
Stella.
ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Bishop Comfort. God
Ah, is that
bless
my
you, ma'am.
Eunice? Is that my Eunice?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am. We love
wow.
you, ma'am.
Thank you. I appreciate all of you. I listen to all of you. I
Bless your heart.
appreciate you. Thank
Bless
you,
you,
bye.
ma'am.
Thank you.
God bless you. Okay, so let's continue to question number 3.
Doctor, I'm so encouraged with your words, your expertise, and your knowledge. I hope people are listening and learning from the expert and for who care for humanity. Thank you. The Biafra Republic government in exile brigade heavily invests in time and energy and in high-level engagement in Washington, D.C., while the new Biafra movement has existed since the late 90s. A professional engagement campaign led by Brigade in Washington, D.C. is a very recent phenomenon, being less than 2 years old. Due to this change in strategy, in some ways, we have more success in the past 2 years than the previous 20. We have 2 questions relating to this. Can you explain to the Biafran people why educating you as official on the Biafra issue is critical?
Well, first of all, what you say is absolutely true. I personally, of course, am not Biafran, and so I'm not going to comment on internal Biafran politics. What I would say, however, is that whatever one's political belief as a Biafran, the most important thing is education of people outside Biafra, of people outside Nigeria, to understand the Biafran cause. And there's absolutely no doubt that great progress has been made over the last 2 or 3 years on the issue. Now, there's been two issues or two dynamics that have allowed to this success. The first is the lobbying campaign that the Biafran community in exile has undertaken in Washington. You have made people aware. You don't need to spin. You don't need to create facts. All you need to do is educate. Because unfortunately, the Nigerian government is creating the facts with its own perpetuation of genocide in Biafra. Frankly, however, the Biafran community has also become lucky in Washington simply because of the sheer incompetence of the Nigerian embassy. The fact of the matter is, there is not an embassy more lazy in Washington, D.C. than the Nigerian embassy. Even when I talk to State Department officials who do not necessarily agree with the idea of an independent Biafran state, they will acknowledge that the reason why the Biafran cause has sunk such deep roots now in Washington, D.C. is not only because of the lobbying efforts, but also because the Nigerian government has not managed to contradict or explain any of the assertions made by the Biafran community or its own Nigerian actions. So the fact of the matter is, you have had great success. And the reason why this is important is because genocide happens in the dark. When you shine a light on the slaughter of Christians in villages and towns in Biafra, then their deaths are not in vain. There is accountability. We can look at any number of episodes. Kosovo in 1999 with Bill Clinton, or more recently, the military action in Iran. And we can recognize the importance of understanding how the slaughter of a country's own people led to intervention. And so, in the case of Nigeria, while no one is talking about intervention right now, the fact of the matter is people are talking about sanctions against Nigeria. And frankly, the Biafran case for independence is going to become even more important as an element of U.S. national security, as a U.S. interest. If the government in Mali falls, then we are going to refocus on the problem of jihadism, of Al-Qaeda, of Islamic extremism, of the Islamic State in West Africa. And while, of course, Mali and Nigeria do not share a direct border, the fact of the matter is that if Mali becomes a safe haven for Al-Qaeda, Nigeria is going to be its target. And if the Nigerian government is as incompetent and as permeated by Islamists as we've seen over the last several years, then the United States, not for reasons directly of religious freedom, but for reasons of stability and security in West Africa, will have absolutely no reason, no choice, but to recognize the state of Biafra as an independent country.
Okay, we've heard that. Now let's compare.
And even future military and oil deals. I mean, how seriously are these groups being taken in US policy circles?
Well, serious enough that you've got people like Ted Cruz, who is the conservative senator who chairs the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. He's a big supporter of the Biafra government in exile. He's a big supporter, actually, of the Somaliland region in East Africa. And Mike Pompeo, who was the former Secretary of State, and that was under Trump's first term. And
even...
Okay, now we've compared the two. These are all Westerners. And you can imagine how some idiot will be telling you that if you wear, anybody can go to Washington, D.C. and take pictures and all that and all that. We don't have their time because we are very focused now. You see, I had to play the two. These are in three different scenarios. And if we listen, this is my own understanding. You know, Dr. Rubin is one of the most important things said. That's from the answer that he made. Take it apart piece by piece. So this answer from Dr. Rubin, I will say, is one of the most important things any outside expert has ever said about BRIC. You know, that is, any outside expert have ever said about BRIC's work in Washington, D.C. I'm talking of experts. I'm not talking about a journalist like Patrick Smith. I am talking about experts. And I want to take it apart carefully because every single Biafran needs to understand what is being confirmed here by Dr. Rubin. He said, you do not need to spin, you need to educate. That was the first thing he said, that he's not here for internal politics. That is your problem. Because you should be sensible enough to know that your freedom is more important than in-house fighting. You should be sensible enough to know that a lot of people have died, millions of people have died, and then remain focused to get your freedom. You are not babies. Nobody is feeding you. So he said, he's not part of it. He doesn't want to talk about that because he knows. How did he know? He's observing everything that is happening in social media. All the utterances, how they, disgrace here and there, all the propaganda, and then the man will be wondering, are these people really looking for freedom? He has seen so many mad people, so many mental disordered people fighting for Biafra. And the man now said, you see, that the important thing, he did not say stop fighting. Whatever you are fighting, remember that your primary assignment is to educate people outside Biafra, not even people inside Biafra. Educate people outside Biafra because they are the ones that will be your voice outside Biafra. Nigerian terrorist government can never give you freedom. People that are outside are the ones that will propagate and amplify your freedom. But you have to do something from your own side because now I said we are in partnership with the United States of America. We are not depending on them. As we go into partnership, we have to play our own role, which is to fund our freedom. That people that are outside Biafra need to understand the Biafra cause. If you like, fight yourself, but be focused that you have an assignment to do. Very clear instruction. Fight, because you came to the world to fight. You came to the world to castigate. Fight, but you have an assignment to do. Do all the propaganda. If you like, go and wake the dead people that have died. Bring them to host program. But remember, your first assignment is to educate people outside Biafra to know about the freedom and the slaughtering and the genocide going on. He said you do not need to spin. You just need to educate. The pieces of evidence, much evidence are out there. The Nigerian government have already provided it for you. He's saying that Biafra Republic government in exile most powerful weapon is the truth that we have, not propaganda. And that is why we gather in this space every time. Even in some of our YouTube channels, everywhere, Voice of Biafra, we are there. What are we speaking? Truth, nothing more than the truth. Our lobbies are out there speaking the truth. We don't exaggerate anything. The fact about Nigeria are so damning that Biafra Republic government in exile does not need to invent anything. I don't know how somebody can be so sincere. I don't know how someone can be so transparent. What this man said is to bring out the deepest information and point it out to Biafrans. Nigerian terrorist governments have prepared the template. They've given you everything. They've given you all the evidence that you need. Just do what? Take it and educate people about your freedom. The Nigerian government is creating evidence with every massacre, every church that is burned down, every pastor, even the one I've also shared this evening that I told you, they said the terrorists were confused that they were one of them. Those are evidence that we are talking about. All the villages that have been destroyed. So Briggy's job is very simple. Bring those facts to the right people in Washington, D.C. People that have the power to act on them. And that is exactly what Biafra Republic government in exile is doing. Now, one thing struck me most in that he said, but also because the Nigerian government has not managed to contradict, did you hear that? Contradict or explain any of the assertions made by the Biafran community. They cannot counter what the assertions that we have made. All the evidence that the Biafra Republic government in exile has petitioned and submitted to the congresspersons, Nigerian terrorist government cannot counter it. They don't know. There's nothing for them to counter. The truth is out there. The evidence are out there. So they cannot. Are you going to say people are not being slaughtered? It's not possible. They have the evidence. So what are you going to say? They cannot do it. Dr. Rubin did not say propaganda. He says education. Because the facts are already on Biafra's side. You do not need to invent anything. You do not need to spin anything. You just need to tell people what is actually happened on the ground. The Nigerian terrorist government action are the best argument for our independence. And he made another point that there is not an embassy more lazy, more lazy in Washington, D.C. than the Nigerian embassy. You know, this might be the most shocking thing Dr. Rubin said in the entire interview, that he confirmed that even the U.S. Department officials, people who do not even support Biafra independence, some of them privately acknowledge that Biafra Republic government in exile lobbying has taken such deep root in Washington, D.C. And he gave reason that partly because Nigeria cannot counter it. They cannot. That the Nigerian embassy is too lazy and incompetent to even defend Nigerians' own position. They cannot because they don't have competent people there. It is only by selection. Do you accept to go and lie? You say yes, Oya Tinubu will say go. Just like Rino Omokri, Germany has rejected him. Even the one they sent to India, they've rejected them. All of them, they have been rejected. So Dr. Rubin is telling you that Nigeria embassy is the laziest embassy in the world, that they can't even speak to defend their country. That is why they had no other option than to go and hire 4 lobbying firms, because the ambassador is useless and all the staffs they are useless. They are Fulanis. How can you go and lie that people are not dying in your country when the evidence are out there? You see? So while the government are spending all those millions of naira hiring American lobbyists to suppress our story, the Nigerian embassy in Washington, D.C., which is the official representation of Nigeria, cannot even put together a counter argument against the Biafra Republic government in exile, because we have the truth, we have the fact, we have the evidence, we have the professional campaign. Filled, all those things have filled those vacuums. I don't know why people are not proud of what they have. I don't know why people have allowed jealousy to torpid their sight. Jealousy to cloud their sight. I don't know. He said the Mali warning and US security interest, that this is strategic. Dr. Rubin also made that connection. You heard it. That Biafra's case for independence is going to become even more important as US national security issue. So if Mali falls and become a jihadi safe haven like Afghanistan before 9/11, Al-Qaeda and Islamic State will use it as a launching pad to target Nigeria. They are already there. They've taken over Nigeria. Nigeria has 24 terrorist groups. And they will never stop. Every day they're expanding. At that point, the United States will have no choice. When once they target Nigeria, which they're already there, that United States will have no choice but to recognize Biafra. All his discussion ends at what? Recognizing Biafra. Not because of religious freedom this time around when this thing happened, which has already happened. I saw a video today as they went to bury dead people that were slaughtered by the Fulanis. The Fulanis are there chasing away those the mourners. They are there with cutlass to still kill more people. What kind of country is that? So Michael Rubin is saying not only because of religious freedom, but because of pure national security. That will make United States of America to recognize Biafra. Biafra becomes the stable democratic, Christian democratic partner America needs in West Africa right now. Nothing more. Nothing more. And Biafra Republic government in exile, as our Prime Minister said, has achieved a lot in less than 2 years. They've achieved a lot. Go to our website. Don't expect him, according to our Professor Davis, he cannot come and give you details of their meeting. No. It is through the pictures that you know something is happening. Through the pictures, he was taking pictures with this our interviewee, but now you could see from picture, they are now coming to tell you what is happening behind the curtain. That the Biafra Republic government in exile have created awareness. They have been educating people. Are you still hearing me? So all those evidence, all those attacks that happened during Holy Week, everything has been documented and they have it. And he said, genocide happens in the dark. When you shine a light on the slaughter of Christians in villages and towns in Biafra, then their deaths are not in vain. There is accountability. That is a metaphor. Darkness represents ignorance, secrecy. When nobody is watching, killers can act without fear. And that light now represents the awareness he's talking about. That light represents the education awareness he's talking about. That light now becomes the media coverage he's talking about, the diplomatic pressure. That is the light there. And the Biafra Republic government in exile have done that. When the world is watching, killers face consequences. Biafra Republic government job is to shine a light, and they will keep on shining. And Dr. Rubin says they have done exactly that. They've not allowed the dead to die in vain. I don't know. This is the most interesting part in that interview. And he said something very, very extraordinary. He said, you know, he confirmed the role that the Biafra Republic government in exile has also become lucky simply because of the sheer incompetence. Hey! And I love the part that he said, they acknowledge the reason why the Biafran cause has sunk such deep roots. You know, our former Prime Minister used to say that Whatever mistake he does will be to the advantage of our freedom. Now, the Nigerian terrorist government, which they have their embassy and they are very, very lazy, they have created this avenue for us. Because Dr. Rubin said, even when I talk to State Department officials who do not necessarily agree with the idea of an independent Biafra state, they acknowledge the reason why the Biafran cause has sunk such deep roots in Washington, D.C. It's not because of the lobbying firm alone, but also because the Nigeria has not managed. You see, we are doing great in Washington, D.C. And Ambassador Tibo said the same thing, that to get policymakers, important people to pay attention to your cause, to your issues, there is need to be a sophisticated, a strategic and high-level information and education campaign. Frankly speaking, in the American system, to get that kind of education around, you need somebody with influence amongst American policymakers. That is why hiring somebody like Elias company makes absolute sense for a cause like yours. You are making your part at a very timely moment of history. You know, look at the extent we have gone. Look at the extent our government has gone. Both men confirm it. Rubin said the lobby is working. Nagy said the lobby is working. Neither of them was paid by Briggy. Neither did we buy them a plate of steak. Neither of them has personal interest in saying this. Have you seen it? They said it because it is the truth. That is the credibility of independent confirmation that we've been talking about. I don't know if I'm still being heard. My screen is showing something. Every Biafra supporter, especially everyone who has been creating internal division in our movement, should listen carefully to what Dr. Rubin said. Because our Prime Minister asked him, what lesson Biafra can learn from the Iranian opposition? And his answer was a mirror held up to our movement. Just permit me to read what he said here, because this is the critical part in this interview. It has lesson for the Biafran people. He said, I have criticized Reza because of number one, the disorganization of his office. If you cannot organize your own office, how do you expect to organize a country? Number two is, I believe that many of his aides became a little bit, please listen to me, a little bit too comfortable in exile. Too comfortable in exile. I have compared them to the White Russians from the time of a Bolshevik revolution, where many of the exiles will talk about revolution, talk about returning, but really they wanted to attend the cocktail parties and the social scene in European capitals. Did you hear that? You hear that he part of the Destroy Liberation Movement, and somebody was saying that they are not a movement. People who talk about revolution but are really just enjoying being in exile permanently. We don't want to be in exile permanently. We want to get our freedom and go back home. We want to transition from exile. People who say, hey, they are fighting for freedom, but are more interested in the social scene. They are more interested in getting views. Dr. Rubin is passing this message to all of us. People who form committees and factions and argue with each other while the enemy is burning their homelands. He has passed a message to us. He has given a strict warning. Do not become the White Russia. Do not get comfortable in Finland or London or Washington. Do not let exile become a permanent vacation. Do something to get out of exile. That is what he's telling you. Educate, fund your freedom, do whatever you are supposed to do. He said, I do not see the same mistake occurring with Biafrans. I see the Biafrans as much more willing to sacrifice for their country.